Talking with the Garrett family here. It's Garrett Boys on WNCW. Let's hear another song.
Yeah, this song about the land. It's called Me and This Land. Caught my share of catfish in all these little ponds. Over time we let them go, now they're almost gone. Guess I'll always have the memories of these hills and growing up. Lately I've been wondering if that's gonna be enough. Maybe it's just dirt, and maybe they're just trees. Maybe I'm just romanticizing history and the way things used to be now. To be honest, I'm not sure I even understand, but there's something between me and this land. Raised up in this cabin my great-granddaddy built by hand. Those winters wasn't easy, but they made me who I am. Hauling hay and feeding horses, fixing fences, cutting wood. Yeah, things I swore I hated, now I'd do them if I could. Maybe it's just dirt, maybe they're just trees. Maybe I'm just romanticizing history and the way things used to be now. To be honest, I'm not sure I even understand, but there's something between me and this land. For 6 generations this deed has held our name. Blood, sweat, and tears, but they all fall in vain. And there's an auction sign out by the road. Yeah, and here I stand, the one letting go. And maybe it's just dirt, maybe they're just trees. Maybe I'm just romanticizing history and the way things used to be now. To be honest, I'm not sure I even understand, but there's something between me and this land. Oh Lord, there's something between me and this land.
Me and This Land is another new tune from Garrett Boys over in Tennessee, Overton County, Tennessee. It Runs Deep is the new album from them. That's another tune on it. The album, this was made, I guess over the course of the last year, late 2025 or something like that?
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah, I mean, it's been in the works writing-wise, conceptually for a while, but finally got in the studio and got it recorded over the past year or so, yeah.
Where was that?
We worked with Ray Kennedy in Nashville with that. He was our producer, and so we did all that with him in his studio there in Nashville. So, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We just heard a little bit of the work of Ray Kennedy a couple minutes ago with that Lucinda Williams album.
Right.
The last couple ones from her were done by Ray Kennedy.
Yeah, he's done several of hers for sure.
Okay, I know that the Beatles album, Abbey Road, so went over there to do that.
Yeah, we got lucky as we were finishing this up. We got some sneak peeks at that last song that you just played, so we get to hear that one on the board.
All right, yeah, cool, nice.
Yeah, and then of course we worked with Ray. I mean, primarily because he's worked with artists like Steve Earle, who's a massive influence for us. Guys like Rodney Crowell, Chris Knight. He's worked with all those artists, and all those artists are like core influences for what we're steering this thing toward for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, any kind of insights or funny stories or what have you that you learned from working with him?
Yeah, I mean, Ray's just a character, so I mean, all of it was a blast and fun, and getting to hear all those Steve Earle stories were a lot of fun. The single that we have that features Steve, which we'll do next year in a bit, one funny thing that happened is we have a little four-part note harmonica part that we wrote and was playing around, and we realized, wait a minute, that's a lot like a harmonica part from one of Steve's songs. And so we were just going to like not say anything about it and just roll with it. And as soon as we sent it to Ray, he was like, this is the same part as this.
Yeah.
So Ray noticed immediately, but he thought it was fine.
He
said that Steve has a quote that says, amateurs borrow and professionals steal. So we just rolled with it. And then actually when we got in the studio with Steve and did a video with Steve, we mentioned it and he didn't even recognize it. So we slipped it right through the main guy.
Yeah, we had to tell him which part it was.
We had to tell him where it was.
He didn't even realize which song, and then we told him. He's like, okay, I guess,
we're good on it. But Ray had the ear for it. He heard it right away.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, it's definitely neat to hear Steve Earle singing a verse on that song, and I got
still pinching ourselves for that.
Oh, I bet. Just what a guy, Steve Earle. We hosted him here at our campus here at Isothermal for a WMCW concert a year or so ago. That was pretty
awesome.
cool.
Yeah.
And I am probably not the first to say this, Steven, but you bear a resemblance in like your cadence, your delivery, the beard.
Massive influence for sure. I mean, not intentionally visually, but definitely, anything songwriting wise and performance. I mean, I just listened to all his records a ton, and we all did, and it was a massive influence. So
right on,
we lean into it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then Daryl Scott was on it, right?
Daryl Scott played banjo on the record. Yeah.
I don't need to ask how that was because he's such a sweet guy, right?
Yeah, totally. That was something that Ray hooked up. Although we sort of had a loose connect. He has a place in Overton County, so he has a farm up where miles from where our place is. And so he spends a lot of his time there, between there and Nashville. Yeah. And so there was a little bit of a connect that we could kind of pull together there, you know what I mean?
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it was great to get him on it. And like you said, he's just an amazing man and person to just be around.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure to work with him for sure.
Well, boy, it sounds like you've been getting to know some of our favorites with producers like Ray Kennedy and Mr. Earl and Mr. Scott. Mm-hmm. You all recently did this big show, was it a week or so ago in Luck, Texas.
Yeah.
A big tribute to Todd Snyder.
Yeah.
And it was just like so many greats were there.
Yeah,
Hayes Carl, Amanda Shires, John Craigie.
Yeah, same kind of deal, just pinching ourselves that we were even allowed in the gates there without paying a ticket. So, we got to do a set, like a song swap thing on side stage, which was awesome. And then we got to do one of his songs on the main stage during the main set, and that was killer. We went right after Hayes, so he opened for us. So
yeah.
It was
good.
Yeah, it was good.
Nice. What Todd Snyder song?
So we did an Off the Beaten Path song. The story for me is I saw Todd in 1996 on Austin City Limits, which I think was his first record, and he had a song called Somebody's Coming that I always just really liked, and we were like, we were trying to think, all these other artists are going to pick, the most obvious ones, play a train song, all that. Let's pick one that nobody else will pick, and we nailed it. And but we loved doing it, and I mean, I don't know, we're kind of throwing around the idea of recording a version of it, so we'll see where that goes. But it seemed to go over well, and people seemed to like it, so it was fun.
I don't really know that song like at all. I can't recall it, and we're definitely big Todd Snyder fans here. I would say there's a station in Spindale, North Carolina that would probably play that song if you recorded it.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, it could be a possibility for sure.